Good afternoon. This is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar, doing a digital roof inspection here for a condo complex roof, flat roofing system that is having some issues, and we're looking at replacing. Flat roofs are very difficult because they do not shed water very well, and there's typically a lot of ponding that goes on where you can see the dark spots kind of occur. This flat roofing material is called modified bitumen torch down. It's very common. There is a newer material that we use these days called the TPO, thermal polymer, basically single ply roofing system that lasts longer than this, and is what we're going to recommend. It's a rolled roofing material as well, but it's mechanically attached and heat welded on the seams. The problem with torch down roofs that occur is that they're tar braced, and so they absorb a lot of heat and they basically pull away from the edges right here, and water can then start to get in those seams, right? And then if you don't have adequate bleed out on the seams, right, and bleed out, I usually like to see at least about an inch or two of tar bleed out, but we're not really seeing that on this roof. You can run into issues where seams give way, and then you have patchwork that needs to come in here, right? There's a lot of penetrations on these roofs, all these T-tops, right? Looks like the flashing mechanism is just gooping up a bunch of mastic around it, right? And so, these, crack and fail over time, and water can get in right there. We also have multiple package units, about 10, I believe, that are all sitting on pressurized wood, right? And these are, the air conditioning units for the units, right? But yeah, we're gonna need to lift all these up to roof underneath this material and then properly flash around where the vents go in, right? We have 6 roof drains on this roof, so we're gonna order custom new 6 TPO roof drains and replace these ones, right? You can see the torch down material over time. It's granule based, and you can kind of see the material just kind of start to disintegrate, right? That's really not what you want to see. And then you can kind of see in areas like this, probably this seam is where we're going to see water come in. A little bit of squishiness right there. So yeah, ponding, right, is okay on a TPO roof. The manufacturer's warranty doesn't exclude it, right? But we just want to make sure we have properly installed TPO roof here for the homeowner. Something like this we can lift with just manpower, but with a heavier package unit we're going to have to use some sort of crane. We've done it before, very common, very easy. We can then subcontract the pool solar removal and then reinstall of these pool solar panels. Also get those inspected and replaced if broken. But yeah, there's only one layer on this roof, so it's a really good candidate for an overlay where we can just basically put a new TPO roofing system over the top. Depending on how thick we wanted to go with that TPO roof, we could go with a 60 mil or 80 mil and get either a 20 or 30 year warranty, right? Very common to have ponding around the roof drains. But yeah, there is some soft spots under there, so potentially some plywood that needs to be replaced. But yeah, there's not much of a parapet wall to account for. The roof material is just going to kind of terminate, and then the TPO, basically drip edge clad metal, will then be basically installed on the top of that little parapet wall that is there. So yeah, it's there's definitely a lot of sensitive areas. There's a lot of wear and tear. It gets beat up, right? And I would say that the installation of this torch down roof, they could have gone a little bit thicker on the bleed out on the seams, and that's probably why we're seeing some premature leaking, right? So we're going to recommend a TPO roof, an overlay, or a full replacement, and then we'll also quote in just the removal and reinstall of these package units, and then the pool solar as well. Thank you.